Hello, this is John Daniels from Daniele Appliance. Today we're going to show you how to make a delicious rotisserie roasted chicken on the VersaGrill. Our ingredients for today's recipe include a 5 to 7 pound roasting chicken, a cup and a half of salt, a cup and a half of sugar, a fresh sprig of rosemary that we just pulled from the garden, some dry garlic powder, dry oregano, dry paprika, some dried minced onions, some yellow food coloring, cider vinegar, a couple of fresh onions peeled, a head of garlic, and some carrots and celery, as well as some freshly ground black pepper. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our mortar and pestle and we're going to pulverize the fresh rosemary. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our juicer and we're going to extract the juices out of our onions and shallots and garlic and carrots and celery. And we're going to do that so that we have a juice that we can add to our brine. Look at all that juice that comes out of one onion. It's unbelievable. Okay, so here's the juices that we extracted from the carrots, the celery, the onions, the garlic, and the shallots. And I forgot to add black pepper to our brine mixture, so I'm just going to add a good amount of black pepper right into this, into the juices. We're going to take our Ziploc bag, pour the juices in, give it a little bit of a shake to mix everything together. This brine smells unbelievably good. The bird goes right in the bag, contain more moisture than they start with. So if we were to weigh this chicken before and after, it'll actually weigh more after it's been in the brine, because the brine is going to impart additional moisture into the meat of the chicken. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay, we're going to make a really simple barbecue sauce. We've got the pulp from the juicer browning off in a pan. And pour in some cider vinegar, let that boil down a bit. That's going to make the pulp separate out. Then a little bit of salt, some cumin, some chili powder, some cayenne pepper, just a little bit, some garlic powder, some of the minced onions, splash of hot sauce, a little bit of corn syrup, dark corn syrup, some ketchup, a little bit of yellow mustard. Stir these up, and the result is going to be a nice thick barbecue sauce as it cooks down, with a lot of flavors that echo the flavors that are in the brine. And as this cooks down, it's going to break down that fiber a bit from the pulp. But it's a nice thick barbecue sauce, very quick to make. Here's the barbecue sauce. It's been cooking for about an hour on low heat. It's nice and thick, and it tastes delicious. The pulp from the vegetables really gives it something you can put your teeth into. I think it's going to make a great coating on the barbecue chicken. Here's the VersaGrill 3 concentric burners. We've got a outer ring burner and an inner ring burner, and together they're about 40,000 BTUs. And then we've got an extremely powerful central burner that's about 120,000 BTUs on its own. So with this burner configuration, you can do everything from extremely fast stir fry with a nice hot wok, all the way down to slow simmering a pot of sauce, deep frying, barbecuing, grilling, braising, you name it. As we'll show you, there's various techniques that you can employ using the VersaGrill. It's a very solid stainless steel construction, built to last. The VersaGrill includes this patent-pending sear plate heat spreader, and it's designed to take the heat from the burners and even it out so that you get a nice, even, consistent, uniform heat distribution for when you're cooking. Also, in this case, we're going to show the VersaGrill for rotisserie chicken cooking, and in that configuration, we use the heat spreader to not only disperse the heat from the outer ring burner, that's all the heat we need to generate, just one burner, but also so that we can place some wood chips directly on the heat spreader and create a nice smoky flavor. This is the 6-inch riser ring. It's used to configure the VersaGrill for various different cooking techniques. In this case, we're going to use it to hold the spit for the rotisserie. Okay, we got the chicken loaded on the spit. The spit is resting on the riser ring. The riser ring is on the VersaGrill. The VersaGrill has the heat spreader with some blocks of maple wood that are going to smoke up and impart a delicious smoky taste to the bird without the usual charcoal mess that is a real pain in the neck. It will just be a little bit of ash that will just blow away at the end. To make the grill more versatile and keep the cost down, we try to multitask just about every part. So this is the wok, the large wok that's been turned upside down and is used as a lid. It actually works great because it's got a nice dome shape to it, so that the center, where you usually have the bulk of the food, has a higher dome surface, and the heat actually convection circulates throughout the dome inside the wok and cooks the food very nice and evenly. The chicken's been going for a couple of hours now. Looks great. And our barbecue sauce is thickened up beautiful. And we're going to baste it with that and let it cook for another 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so. We've got the chicken basted with the barbecue sauce. You can see it really is thick. It clings to the meat, but it's not all just sugar. A lot of the bulk and the body of the barbecue sauce is coming from that fiber that we got out of the juicer. So it's not just a really heavy sugary coating. It's a nice crusty, or will be when it cooks down, it'll be a nice crusty coating on the chicken.